Hey everyone, Shishio here, returning with the Super Quiz 2.0. We are on section 4, which is religion.
Illusione.
Um, oh geez, the first question that wasn't that one of the part of the trios quiz?
Yes.
Okay, what are the three components of the Holy Trinity of Christianity? Um,
Bob Saget.
wasn't one of them
He
like
is all
candle,
three components. No.
bell, and
What?
I don't know.
Butts.
Book. I don't know. I'm not religious.
You
I
should
don't
be.
study religion.
Praise Jesus. Anyway.
Okay, so that's the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Candle, bell, and book.
Okay.
What were the three gifts that the wise men brought upon the birth of Jesus? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Um, I'm probably spelling it wrong, but
Myrrh is
whatever.
M-Y-R.
Well,
I
no, I
don't
mean
think we're.
frankincense. I know myrrh
F-R-A-N
is.
F-R-A-N-K-I-N-C-E-N-S-E.
Oh, it's INC. Oh, wow. I got one letter wrong out of that. That's not bad. The Bible is split into two sections. It's split into two sections?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The first half and the second half? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I don't know any chapters from each, so I can't. Chapter 1 and chapter 50. I'll do that, whatever. Chapter 1 and chapter 50. Zach, if you ever watch this, please don't shoot me.
Oh,
Uh, and
that's
if
going
my
to make this.
grandma is watching, please understand this is for
Mhm.
fun and not an actual thing. Lord knows she'd probably be glaring over my back. What is the central difference between Christianity and Judaism with respect to their primary holy texts? Well, one is the Bible. The other is, oh God. I'm okay. Christianity's is the Bible. And Judaism. Oh my God. I know I've heard the name before. But the fact that I can't remember it is like, oh my God. Unless this is asking for more than just the name between the two.
Um, it sort of relates to that. So,
Move on.
okay.
The Holy Book of Islam. That I know. It's spelling it, I'm not sure. I know it starts with a Q.
Because there are
There's
two different
there
spellings
are two
for it.
different spellings for it. Would you like the Q one or the other one?
Sure, give me the
Well,
Q
say,
one.
hold on.
Well,
Tell me
say
what it
it
is
first.
first.
The Quran.
Okay, it's Q-U-R apostrophe A-N.
Thank you. Yeah, I know what it is. It's just the
No, we
spelling.
had to get confirmation.
Okay.
Yes. Um,
The Holy Book of Mormonism. Holy Book of Mormonism? Uh, I don't know. I don't even know what the I don't even know who the prophet of the Mormon religion is.
hmm.
I'm gonna have to skip those.
Okay.
The three gods of the Hindu Trimurti?
Would you like to elaborate on that one, Logan?
So well, okay. In certain variants of Hinduism. Namely the biggest, most well-known ones. There are three main deities, and I'll even give you this added bonus for it: is that one is known to embody creation, one preservation, and one destruction.
Okay.
And they are referred to as the Trimurti, the three of them.
There you go. Anyway,
Okay. Vishnu, Shiva, and I'm going to guess Ganesh.
Okay.
I mean, I know they're all Hindu, but I don't know. I don't know like the exact Trimurtis.
Mhm.
Buddha's original name. I really don't know. Who is the most recognizable Buddhist leader alive today? Well, I was thinking the Dalai Lama, but I don't think that's right. Because I think he's dead. Is the Dalai Lama dead?
no, he's alive.
Oh, he's alive. Okay, so I'm going to guess the Dalai Lama.
Okay.
How do you spell the last part? Is it like an actual llama or
No, it's LA. It's just LAMA.
Lama? Okay.
Yeah.
What is God's name in Judaism?
And by extension, Christianity.
Essentially, but
Jesus
what
Christ? Or
what do
is
they
it,
refer to him as?
I only know the Yiddish term,
Well, what is that?
which
I'll see.
is like when you say "Oh my God" in Yiddish, it's like "Oy vey gavot."
Huh. Hold
That's
on.
what my mom says, anyways.
'Cause I'm going to look this up because yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it the last part right, but it sounds like she's saying "Oy vey gavot."
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, I really don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll take that down, and we'll move to the next one.
I'm not even sure how to spell that, but yeah, I guess I'll say gavot, or however it's pronounced.
Okay.
God's name in Islam, Allah. Where do all Muslims pray towards? The holy city of Mecca, I believe.
Okay.
What object are they praying towards in said city? You kind of gave that one away. Um,
Well, I didn't mind giving away that the previous one was a city.
right. Oh Lord, I can't remember what the object is. It's some kind of pillar, I think, or like It sort of looks like a smaller version of the National Monument, I think.
Yeah, for the record, when I was told about this, I didn't even know that there was an object that they prayed towards. I just thought they prayed, you know, where they prayed to.
I knew there was an object. And like I said, I think it looks like a smaller version of the National Monument. I could be mistaken, but I can't remember the name of it. So I'm going to have to
When we
pass
come around,
that.
we'll talk.
Central figure and founder of Islam. Oh Lord. Muhammad? I think it was. Is it? Yeah, it's Mohammed, right? Not
That's
Muhammad.
Moo. It's Moo.
Muhammad.
They're all just different spellings.
Well,
of the
yeah,
same.
technically there's like 1,000 billion different spellings of it now that I think about
All
it.
right.
Because the translation from Arabic to English lettering is wonky and comes up a couple different ways.
According to Buddhism, what is the key to enlightenment?
I should
Oh,
probably have
jeez.
clarified, original Buddhism, but it's basically the same concept across all of them.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and probably say Hinduism. Or not Hinduism. Emptiness? Hinduism. Oy vey. This is what you get for putting the questions.
Emptiness. Clarify what you mean by emptiness.
Like, oh god, like having a clear mind, being, like I'm not exactly sure. It feels like that because the Buddhists are generally about peace, right?
It is a tenet of
So so like being, emptiness, emptiness being the key is like having purity. I get maybe purity is actually the key to enlightenment. I'm not. I never actually studied these, so it's hard to. I mean, I heard brief things about these religions,
Mhm.
and
I'm
oh god, I guess I'm gonna say purity
okay. I will take that.
over emptiness, and that's just
It
according.
sounds nihilistic.
Well, no, I don't
But
mean
the-
it to be not. I don't
No,
mean
no,
it's,
I know what you mean. I said it sounds it. I know what you mean.
According to some schools of Hinduism, what being are we all a part of? Lord, I really don't know this one at all.
It very much depends on the school you ask, but there's one in particular that stands out in most
I didn't
cases.
even know there were multiple schools. I thought they were all one. I thought Hinduism was just one school. I mean, yes,
Oh,
I know
that-
Christianity has many sects, as it would be
So-
called, but I didn't know Hinduism had
Chri-
multiple.
Christianity has a handful compared to Hinduism
Yeah.
because Hinduism is basically not even a. I always say it's not. It isn't a religion. It is literally a heading for a whole swarm of religions that are active in that area, basically.
I am going to guess we are all a part of cows. No, there's a reason because they consider it such a sacred animal.
I'm dead.
That is why I guessed it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're all part of cows. Sorry.
Okay.
So
There's something that you're going to find really funny about it when we come around to the answer for that. But anyway,
Who
Minute.
found
Oh my god. Oh my god, Logan.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to. It's just I'm probably wrong,
Okay, go
but
ahead.
it's just a guess,
Go ahead.
Who founded the religion of Scientology? The only name I remember from anything involving Scientology is Tom Cruise. But I know he did not found it.
Help me, Tom Cruise!
with your witchcraft.
Put the invisible fire off my friend!
I'm gonna skip that one. What alien being brought billion of his people to Earth 75? Where the hell do these people get? I
Just read the question.
I'm afraid to. What alien being brought billion of his people to
It's
Earth?
supposed to be billions.
Billions? Yeah, that makes more sense. What alien being brought billions of his people to Earth 75 million years ago, stacked them around volcanoes, and dropped hydrogen bombs on them?
I deliberately made this question.
Okay. Some religions, I understand, not everything can be explained. But what the hell was Scientology smoking when they came up with this? I am sorry. That just... I feel like Planet Sheen is to blame for this part. I'm sorry. The fact that an alien being brought his people, not corralled Earthlings, brought his people to Earth just to stack them around volcanoes and drop hydrogen bombs on them? Was Dorcas using target practice or something? I'm sorry, this is just...
It's okay, Philly. Get it out of your system.
I mean,
This was my question. I will tell you that right now. I read this because I'm like, we need to make the answer this. And then I looked it up and I'm like, wait,
is
what the
this
fuck?
real, Devin?
I was
Is this
just like,
for real?
this is really what they believe. I'm not kidding. I looked this up and I was just like, the answer needs to be this. And then I saw what they believed happened and I'm like, the hell?
I mean, I know there are many ways to create the Big Bang Theory, and I'm sure this is getting more bang for your buck by far. But this is just...
Do you have an answer?
No, I don't have an answer.
That's the best part.
I don't have an answer. Unless... Or maybe it was the Martian Manhunter. I don't know. Either Dorcas doing target practice or Martian Manhunter.
Okay.
Or maybe Marvin the Martian. I don't know.
All right, Logan.
The boxes you of Venus.
Move on.
Anyway.
We're moving on. We're done.
All right.
Are you ready to
That
give
is
the
the
answer?
end of the section.
Uh,
Okay. So, wait, did you want to do any reviewing first?
no, just move on.
Just get on with it. Okay. So, first question was, what are the three components of the Holy Trinity of Christianity? This is. I was pained in this because it was a different. It was. You were right. It was in that Sparkle quiz about groups of three,
Right.
but it was a different one than the one you did. The Holy Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Oh, right. Father and
Yeah.
Son only.
So I think you got a little bit.
He got the excommunication, Catholic excommunication.
Oh, the
Like what the
excommunication.
artifacts used for that. So it was kind of like you almost got baited out of the right
Okay,
answer.
so
Sort of a-
before we move on, Logan and I noticed this, and we made a point of this in Skype with each other. We are insanely surprised at how little about religion we thought that you knew. We thought you might know the basic stuff, which is what most of this is to us, except like the end questions. So
It was,
I was not raised on religion. So
neither.
that's-
Well, I was sort of, but I still knew this because I just, for the hell
Wow.
of it, read the Bible in middle school. So
But anyway, so the intention was this was not meant to be like a gauntlet to make you miserable.
Right.
Even if that ultimately kind of was what it
That's
turned out to be.
always Devin's plan, though.
Fair enough. That might have been his goal.
you're screwed.
It
Good luck.
wasn't mine, even though some of the, in fact, some of the questions I designed were ones you did better on. So let's be fair about that. Bible split into two sections. What are they?
You missed the second one.
It's gold,
well, you said-
frankincense, and myrrh. We know that
Okay,
already.
yes, that's-
right. Sorry, that's why I skipped over that. What are the three gifts the wise men brought up on the birth of Jesus? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. You were correct on all three. Bible split into two sections. What are they? You said first and second half. The answer is the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Oh, the testaments.
We couldn't say it's split into
Oh
two
my
testaments.
God.
That would give
Because
away.
that would be a little too easy. So that one was one that we were trying to figure out how to word it. Evidently, it didn't go as well as we were hoping. Name two chapters from each.
But
a list-
we have a list here. I'll just list off what we had. We had Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Matthew, John, Luke, Mark, James, Peter, the apostles, and then Revelation, which like I figured
Those were actual
everybody.
chapter names.
I figured everybody knew Genesis and everybody knew Revelation.
I didn't know they were chapter names.
Yeah, there are books of the Old and New Testament. They're
Okay.
considered books, but it's not a book. It's essentially a chapter.
Yeah, I almost think we should have put two books from each for the question, just to clarify that that's what we were talking about, rather than, because there is a thing about quoting chapter and verse. There is, Job chapter 15 verse 7.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
right.
that
My
is-
fault.
So there was a little bit of an error in the way that the question is set up. I don't know if we want to. I'm going to put a little question mark by that, and we'll figure that out in a second.
Okay.
I want to get through the other ones because there's some interesting stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, central difference between Christianity and Judaism with respect to their primary holy texts.
So you
once we
completely
got-
mistook this question.
Yeah, I had that feeling.
Okay, and Logan will explain why.
Well, we ran into this trouble of the sections above it. I knew this was going to be a complete mess when we got to this one because it doesn't make any sense without knowing the answers to the previous ones, which is kind of a weird question design thing. But the answer is, of course, that the Christianity uses both the Old and New Testament. Judaism only uses the Old Testament.
Okay.
So when you were going for the names of the book, I was probably going to just give it to you if you had done them because that's basically kind of what we were getting at.
Yes, yeah. If you would have got, yeah, essentially.
Isn't
it the Cobb? Isn't it the what's the name of the what they call the Old Testament in Judaism?
It's called the Tanakh.
Okay.
And then Tanakh, Tanakh. Within that, the Torah within that is the
Torah. That was the word I was thinking.
That's inside the Tanakh, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So that covers a little bit more than the Torah is the actual like centerpiece of the whole thing. The Tanakh includes stuff like the prophets and things that were
okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Holy Book of Islam, Quran. You got that?
Yeah, I want to tell him this one. I have to.
The Mormonism one.
I have to tell him this one because
what is it?
It's literally called the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
I feel like an idiot then.
I know.
So that's a thing.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Moving on.
The prophet of the Mormon religion is a gentleman by the name of Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith was called a prophet. Dum 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 dum.
Like I know that one.
The only reason I know is because of Josh in high school and South Park. Anyway.
All right. What are the three gods of the Hindu Trimurti? You actually did get two of these. You said Vishnu, Shiva, and Ganesha.
Ganesh, but I guess it's Ganesha.
It depends on how you pronounce it.
Okay.
There are a lot of times A's are silent in.
It's actually spelled with an A at the end?
It is spelled with an A at the end, but it is often just said Ganesh.
Okay.
So like, well, anyway, I'll get to that later. But anyway, I'll say right now that Ganesh is not one of those.
But Vishnu and Shiva are.
Vishnu and Shiva are.
Okay.
The third one is Brahma. Is the
Brahma? Okay.
So that those are the three. Vishnu is preservation, Shiva is destruction, Brahma is creation.
Okay.
What is the Buddha's original name? And we're talking the original Buddha, the one who made the whole thing up, or not made the whole thing up. That sounds bad. That developed the entire religion. Was a fellow by the name of Siddhartha Gautama, of the Kshatriya caste in India.
I never knew that.
The most recognizable Buddhist leader, Dalai Lama. That was
right.
That was
Good job.
There are many types of Buddhism with many leaders, but he is the one that if you'd like, I talk to people, go, "What's a Buddhist leader?"
That's why we said recognizable.
Lama.
I was just going to say Buddhist leader, and he's like, "You should probably say recognizable." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. What is God's name in Judaism? I was trying to research the use of Gevalt for that.
Oive Gavut, like my mom says.
Yes. The for all intents and purposes, I'm afraid it isn't correct. In Judaism it is referred to as Yahweh, or it's like Y. They'll take out the vowels, or it'll be YHWH or something like that. Any of those would have been acceptable, but that is basically understood to be the name of God. Although if you'd said something like Adonai, that's another one that is. I
never actually heard Jewish names for God. Other than, like, my mom says the Yiddish, when you say, oh my God, is like, oy vey gavut.
Which is, I could see how that would be somewhat, it doesn't come up in common conversation very much, because it just gets translated to English as God.
Yeah.
You are correct, God's name in Islam is Allah. Where do all Muslims pray towards? Mecca, also correct. Now, this is one I didn't even give a score to yet, because this is kind of funny, because you basically had the concept of everything but the name.
Yeah, you are right. It literally is. It's a pillar.
And it is a pillar. It kind of looks like let me check.
The Washington Monument is what it is.
Like I said, a smaller version, but I could be wrong about that part.
No,
right.
Basically.
And so it is a shrine called the Kaaba.
Kaaba. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm tempted to just give it to you because you knew that the pillar was there and that there was the whole thing in it. Does that sound fair, Devin?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe a 0.5.
Okay, let me think about this. Okay, he
Until
basically
then,
had the entire concept but the name. Yeah. Like, I don't want to give it to you because we're asking what the name is, but you know what it is.
It just says what object. It doesn't say what's the name of the object. No, I'm kidding.
So, I mean, as the project lead on the quiz here, I'll give you you see my point in that I feel like you should get something for that.
Yeah, I want to give him something. I'm gonna give him a half because I don't want to give him the whole point because we're specifically we were meaning the name, but you had the concept, and I'm like, part of me does want to give you full credit for it, but we're asking for the name.
Yeah, half sounds fair.
Okay. Who is the central figure and founder of Islam? Muhammad.
Got it right. Good job. This is an interesting one because the way he was describing this next one. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm actually going to skip that because I want to come back to it.
Okay, so we're going to come back to that question.
Yeah. Okay, so this one, according to some schools of Hinduism, what being are we all a part of? The answer is Brahman, which is the totality of all that is. Now, why I find
Isn't Brahman a giant cow?
So, in this is the part where I said you'll find this funny. Now, I don't really know why they did this, but in Fallout, there are these large cow creatures
cows are called
that
Brahman.
are called Brahmins. And I find that endlessly hilarious. That has nothing to do with the actual, or maybe if not nothing, very little to do with, it was inspired by or whatever. Brahman in Hindu mythology has nothing to do with cows in any way. I mean, except the fact that all cows are part of him because everything is part of him.
Okay, so the answer, you got that wrong.
So the answer is incorrect, but I just thought that was funny that the name lined up in that kind of funny way with the Fallout thing.
I was laughing. That's why when you said cows, I started laughing because Brahmin, and when I think Brahmin, I think cow. Go ahead.
That was genuine thought though, because
it's okay. Yeah, we got you. No, we get it.
Who founded the religion of Scientology?
Answer was a science fiction writer by the name of L. Ron Hubbard.
Dianetics was the name of the book, by the way.
Dianetics.
I want to read. I want to do this one.
Go ahead. Take it away.
According to Scientology, what alien being brought billions of people to Earth 75 million years ago, stacked them bastards around volcanoes and dropped hydrogen bombs on them? Bastards in a swear word.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
That's Xenu. It's Xenu, man.
Xenu?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is
Xenu. Xenu.
Yes, there is a
you know what? That's kind of funny because that's also the name of the planet in Planet Sheen.
Is it really?
Planet Xenu.
Are you freaking?
So, to be honest, what I was saying kind of works.
In a weird sort of way.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, we will go back to the Buddhism one.
All right, so we'll go back to this one. Now, okay. This was your answer was purity. You also had something about emptiness. I thought it was very interesting that you pulled on both of those because those are things that come up in Buddhism. I will give the correct answer to this question is the to give up, to eliminate desire.
That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of that, but I couldn't quite put it into words for some reason, which I think is why I said emptiness.
This is my opinion, Logan.
Or purity.
Okay.
When he said to give up or to be to peace, inner peace, and that's, I don't know if I want to say he's wrong. Like, this
is a messy one because basically the thing of the thing about being inner peace, that is basically what enlightenment consists. That is what enlightenment is. That is not necessarily how you get there. So the trick is when you do, but the thing about emptiness, right? There is this issue about not desiring things, right? Kind of separating yourself from basically the physical world. That sort of does get at that concept, at least in one form or another.
So what do you think, Logan? Do you want to give him half?
I kind of want to do a half.
Let's do half. We'll give him half. I can do that.
Puts us back at an even number for the score.
Good.
The other thing I was going to say was to get rid of Ace Ventura.
Touche. Anyway, okay.
So one random thing I wanted from a scoring standpoint to go back. Do we want to do anything about the whole 2 chapters thing? Since we were talking about how there are technically chapters.
Well, that's chapter 1 and
we'll
chapter
just have
2.
that. Okay, so that's on us. Damn it.
There's another.
Not really.
Okay.
I don't consider that.
You still got 2, maybe 3. Depending on if we count that F word slip up there.
I counted that.
Okay, so that's 3.
I counted that. I didn't count everything else because I don't consider the other.
I was going to say, how many words do you actually consider swearing? For
I
this
will tell
purpose?
you-
All of those
Basically,
qualify.
the F word, the
I will
S
tell
word.
you- I'll tell you when we're done. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
wait,
enough.
when we're
Anyway,
done, so you can say them without penalty
Okay.
of law.
Fair enough.
Okay. So my issue is yes, I kind of want to throw out the question completely, but that would ignore. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just don't have that count against him.
Okay.
So just remove that from the point system, and that's 2 points basically that he wouldn't get, right?
Yes. So I'm removing it from both his points and the total points.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do that, and then we'll
okay,
get the score. That's on us. I'll change it for future because since we've made this, I've talked about it with a lot of people, and there's other people that want to take this, so I can
Right.
fix it. Except this version of it, especially for you, so there's certain sections I have to take out.
Okay.
Oh, I lost track. Crap. Okay.
Hurry up, Logan!
Okay, 6, 8. We're not counting that one. 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So there's a total of 26 from this section.
I sort of feel like Dodger should have been here
He might.
for that one question.
Oh,
For which one?
the Xenu one?
The Xenu one.
Oh. 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So, say right now, it was not the most pleasant of responses.
Yeah.
It was 11 out of 26.
Oh, God.
Mm.
So, 42%.
Well, wow, that's still not that bad. Really.
Considering how I am in religion,
There are a couple of these ones.
that's not bad.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, good. This will
I could
probably
have
be.
probably
I'm
done
expecting-
better, but
I am expecting this to be your worst section. To be
probably, yeah.
Right, possibly. And as there are definitely other sections later on that
Oh,
you
yes.
feel much
Oh.
more at home with. So,
Oh yes. So, would you like me to reveal what your next section is going to be?
Anime?
No,
No, we're not there yet.
no, we're not.
Okay.
I'm
I
going to
feel
tell you
like
right now,
anime is
I'm going
gonna
to tell
be
you
one.
right now there is no anime section.
Oh wow, okay, that's unusual.
I wish
for you.
I had, but there's no, there is no anime section.
I was half expecting some questions about Mahou Automatic to be showing up eventually.
I wish I had
Okay.
done an anime section, but
Well, what's the next section?
the next section is Earth Science.
Earth science, interesting.
Yes, and that's just okay. So I'm going to tell you right now before it's not. The questions are broad. That's the best way to explain it. It's not necessarily there. The only place we could think of to put some of these questions was in a section called Earth. You'll understand. There, it's not like all. You'll understand
When
when
you say
take
earth science, I think nature.
No,
No, not
Earth
nature.
Well,
science, Earth science is.
We'll see when we get there.
We'll see when you get there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
it'll all be pretty straightforward at that point. So yeah.
Also, for a little while, the next sections are going to be significantly shorter than the last 4.
Okay.
So
Because basically we've gone from what are kind of more I'm trying to think of it. We've generally gone from what one might call like a liberal arts kind of categories into these next couple ones are actually more like scientific.
Yes.
Just something that we're not as thoroughly versed in.
All right. Well.
Anyway. Good luck. and
Yeah,
Godspeed.
really. We will see you in the next section then. Until then,
Bye bye.
bye bye.
No.